Good evening and welcome to a new edition of Daily Debate. In 48 hours or so, a new president will be sitting in the American White House. What are we expecting from the new administration? How will the United States be with Donald Trump as its president? And more importantly, a reflection of his strategy is the kind of people that he has chosen to be part of his upcoming administration. This evening, with a very distinguished gentleman, we'll be discussing the shape of the upcoming American administration. With us this evening is veteran journalist Mr. Nabil Zaki. As usual, a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.
The following report just briefly outlines some of the names that have been highlighted in Donald Trump's administration. We'll be taking a look at the following report and then continuing our discussion.
Donald Trump has begun the process of selecting key figures in his new government ahead of the inauguration on Friday. Amongst his administration member is Reince Priebus, current chairman of the Republican National Committee that will be the White House Chief of Staff. He has more than a decade of experience in Republican politics and has been credited with bringing some major Republican figures, including Trump's one-time foe, Paul Ryan, onto the national stage. Trump campaign chief Steve Bannon is in the fourth chief strategist. Bannon has transformed himself from working-class Navy man to Goldman Sachs financier, Hollywood producer, and then king of America's right-wing media. James Mattis, retired Marine Corps general, former commander of the U.S. Central Command, will be Secretary of Defense. One of the most veteran military leaders of the generation, Mr. Mattis, will need a congressional waiver to join Mr. Trump's cabinet because he retired so recently in 2013. Known for his gruff manner of speaking as well as his appetite for military strategy, he has acquired nicknames ranging from Mad Dog to Warrior Monk. Steve Mnuchin, named Treasury Secretary, spent 17 years at Goldman Sachs, where his father was also an executive before founding a hedge fund. He helped bankroll the films such as Avatar and X-Men franchise before joining the Trump campaign as finance chairman. Jeff Sessions, current senator from Alabama, was elected Attorney General. A two-decade veteran of Alabama politician, Sessions is popular in his state and was the first senator back Trump in February. He is known principally for two facts: taking a very hard line on immigration and being only the second ever candidate for federal judge rejected by the Approval Committee for Racism. Congressman for Kansas Mike Pompeo will act as CIA director. A West Point and Harvard Law graduate who represent the Wichita area in the House, Pompeo was elected in 2011 after founding an aerospace company. He is vehemently opposed to the Iran deal. Pompeo sat on Benghazi investigation committee, calling Hillary Clinton's actions morally reprehensible, and is strongly opposed to closing Guantanamo, in particular because one of the proposals would see prisoners transferred to high-security prison in his district. He has defended waterboarding and other enhanced interrogation techniques as being within the law. Denounced as torture by a 2014 Senate report, this is practice that Trump has said he supports and a whole lot worse. Michael Flynn, retired lieutenant general and former head of the Defense Intelligence Agency, named National Security Advisor. Joining the U.S. Army in 1981, Mr. Flynn served in multiple combat zones, including in Iraq and Afghanistan. He rose through the ranks, and in September 2011, he was promoted to the role of Lieutenant General. A year later, President Barack Obama appointed him to become the director of the Defense Intelligence Agency. But he was fired only 2 years later, after clashing with superiors over what was reported to be a chaotic management style. He said he was forced into retirement for questioning the Obama administration's narrative that Al-Qaeda was close to defeat. Flynn has said he views Islamist militancy as an existential threat to the global scale. He has previously called Islam a cancer and declared that he is at war with the religion. Flynn also has apparently close ties with Russia. In 2015, he attended a gala dinner in Moscow in honor of Russia Today, the state television channel, and was photographed sitting beside Vladimir Putin, the Russian president. Nikki Haley, governor of South Carolina, named ambassador of the UN, the first woman and first minority chosen by Donald Trump for his cabinet. John Kelly, retired Marine Corps general and of the U.S. Southern Command, named Secretary of Homeland Security. Wilbur Ross, investor specializing in buying up distressed business, named Commerce Secretary.